Hi everyone and welcome to Delasallemedia on Denotation and Connotation. A couple of things to remember when trying to use these concepts. Denotation, you say what you see, and with connotation, you say what it means or represents. Of course, what something, a sign, means to us depends very much on our culture and our values and ideologies. But anyway, let's get started. So here we have two signs, right? One is of a bridge, obviously, and the other one is two elderly people, and we recognize this as a sign for caution, elderly people crossing the road. But this isn't actually a bridge, and these are not actually two elderly people. The denotation of these signs is basically a blob of black ink inside a red triangle shape. What it represents to us are the connotations. Are they actually two old people? No, of course not. But the sign reinforces to us a very stereotypical representation of elderly people, something our mind unfortunately recognizes instantly. So, denotation, common sense or everyday meaning of a sign. So let's take this next image, for example, and let's talk about its denotational meaning. So if you say what you see, you can clearly see a rose plant, right? Yeah, that is its denotational meaning. That is exactly what it is. If we move on to connotations, which is additional or associated meanings that an image or word carries with it, we see a very different rose. Of course, ultimately it is still a plant, but what does this now mean to us? The rose is now in a different context, right? So what does it mean to you now? It's still just a rose though, right? So here we have both rose pictures that we have already used, and yes, as you can see, they're in slightly different context. However, in our culture, a red rose is a symbol of love. If you give someone a red rose, they are unlikely to think you're simply handing over a garden plant. Get it? These are its connotational meaning. When we read a television program, magazines, or indeed a newspaper or any other media text, we need to have we rely on our ability to respond to both these layers of meaning at the same time. So, remember, denotation, say what you actually see. Connotation, say what it means or represents.